All right, the first question we're going to look at is 75.9 divided by 100. So let's go ahead and do the long division. So we have our dividend of 75.9, our divisor of 100. All right, let's get this going. 7 divided by 100 is 0. 75 divided by 100 is 0. We have our decimal point there. And then let's do 759 divided by 100. We have 7. So we're subtracting 700. And we have 59. So we are going to add some zeros onto our dividend here. I'm going to add 2. We'll probably need them. So let's bring down the first 0. So we have 590 divided by 100 and we get 5. So subtract 500. We get 90. Bring down that other 0 we have. 900 divided by 100 is 9. And our decimal terminates. We're subtracting 900. All right, so our answer is 0.759, or in other words, 759 thousandths. Now, some people like to use the little trick. So I'm going to go back to the beginning. We're dividing 75.9 by 100. We know that every multiple of 10, we move the decimal place 1 digit. So 100, we move the decimal place twice. 1, 2. So if the decimal point would go there, it would give us the answer that we got using long division, 0.759. I always like to put the 0 in front of the decimal point though. All right, now let's look at 75.9 times 100. So again, we'll do the multiplication. Let's set it up. 75.9 times 100. All right, so if I do 0 times the 9, we get 0. 0 times the 5, 0. 0 times the 7, 0. All right, second row. 0 times the 9, 0. 0 times the 5, 0. 0 times the 7, 0. All right, third row. 1 times the 9, 9. 1 times the 5, 5. 1 times the 7, 7. Add these up, we get 0, 0, 9, 5, 7. We know, count up the number of digits, so we know how many digits should be after our decimal point. It's just 1. So our answer here is equal to 7,590. Okay, so again, let's try the shortcut. 75.9. This time, since we're multiplying by multiples of 10, we're going to move the decimal place to the right. And this, since 100, we're shifting 2 spaces to the right. So we have 1, 2. We would add in a 0 there. So you can see again, if you employ that trick of just shifting the decimal point, you would get the same answer. All right, let's try 2 more. 72.2 divided by 1,000. So this time, why don't we go ahead and just use our shortcut? We have 72.2. Since we're dividing by 3 multiples of 10, because it's 1,000, we're going to shift to the left. 1, 2, 3. Decimal point will go right there. So we need a 0. And again, I always like to put the 0 before the decimal point. So we have 0.0722. You don't have to put the 0 before the decimal point, but if you're in healthcare, you do, to avoid medical mistakes. Okay, 72.2 times 100. So this time we shift the decimal point 3 digits to the right for 1,000. So we have 1, 2, 3. So we need to add 2 zeros. Technically, the decimal point is at the end of that number, But since we have a whole number, we don't need to write it. So we have 72,200 as our answer here.